Hi, thank you for ordering again. I'm glad that my first review could help with some of the organization and just some ideas for how to approach the site. I'm going to look at it again today, and I haven't really looked at it much, if at all. Just now I opened it and I did a quick little scroll, but I will look at it completely freshly now with you. Okay, so when I came here, at first I see everything is all right. It's the same image. It's really beautiful. So all that is good, and I really like that right away. Here I see all the content of the site, even without going anywhere. I don't have to scroll around a lot. I can quickly see all services, read all the possibilities here. Everything's here and everything's here. It's such a quick overview and makes it easy to think about where to go and what am I looking for without having to click around too much and trying to figure out where I should go and what to click. So I really like that now. It's really clear, especially in the about section. We have about heading north. We have about not about the experience story, and it's just so I'm really glad about this part. And also here, I think these are good for the small menu. It's not like the main things of the site. It's just kind of like a secondary, but also very clear. Newsletter, press, and found a mountain guide. There's no question about should it be here or should it be there? What does it mean? It's all right here. And we're not wasting any time, and not yours, not the visitor's time. Everything makes sense. I think now the navigation is just right. Okay, and then we have the intro. You see the text changed a little bit. I think this text is nicer. It has more essence to it, and more of a little bit more of a message. Okay, and then of course the button situation. I really like that now there's this little clickable looking button. I think this is such a small change, but it right away just is clear. I know what it is. I'm gonna click on it and I will see what happens next. Like it looks like a button, which I think is important, as I've talked about before. Let's see, text, all good. We have the quote and pictures. I remember you mentioned about the pictures that you're still working on the loading. And I think right now, if you can see, it's like a bit laggy. That's probably because of my computer, and I have the microphone plugged in and all the things I'm recording. So it was a lot smoother when I wasn't recording. So this is not any problem on your end. And I'm going to refresh the page a bit. I think it didn't happen now, but previously there was a nice animation for the cards that I saw. Yeah, here. I think it's really nice. I think it was there also previously, but I wanted to mention that it's a fun little animation. It adds a bit of additional separation, like 1, 2. Look at these 1, 2 cards, and we can associate that as two different things. Yeah, all that is good. One of the buttons and the list. This is clear. And I really like this section. Since I'm not currently comparing how the old site looked and the new site looks, not the old site, but the previous version, I can't really compare exactly how this area looked, but as let's say, a first-time visitor, so far everything is very clear, and these cards are right away, again, really clear, separated. The short information here gives me everything I need to know. And I really like this section. I think I believe it did not look like this, and I think that this is a really good way of how to offer these 3 specific different experiences and like offers. And it's just different, and it's good that it shows up as different. And yeah, there's just no questioning needed here. I see it, I click on it, I go further. Okay, and here we have a little personal video. I think this again is just right. We have a bit of a clickable section with cards, like a darker section and a lighter section. It's a little personal. You can click further. And the newsletter, all that is clear again. Here all is clear. And well, I still would like maybe a little bit different footer arrangements, and maybe just some revisiting of like the site links, or maybe the phone or email or something like that. Even though we have all these here, it's just maybe just a little bit of different arrangement of the text and the icons, and maybe a little bit of additional text to kind of give a more, it's like a feeling that it looks really polished at the end. Right now it feels like these are floating here a little bit, and we needed to add some text, so we added some text. But I think you can add even a little bit more, and it's going to look like the professional summarization of the site. So yeah, just googling good footer examples would give that professional feeling to the site. That would be on this page. I'm gonna try to click through. What happens if I click on services? Nothing. Okay, that's good. Let's click on coaching. Okay, and I'm going to let it load a little bit. My phone isn't coaching. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, instead just coaching. Okay. Well, we have a little animation here. Oh, and a workbook. I feel like if this was on the previous version of the site, I don't entirely remember, because I feel like there was just so much, and now it feels very A, B, C, D, very like clear to the point. That's what I'm noticing, like, oh, there's this now. Yeah, and I like this addition here. Headings, the cards. Okay, they're not clickable cards, which is good. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking in my head as I'm browsing. What I want to say is that it's good to have cards that are unified in the sense that all of them are either only cards or all of them are links. So here we have only cards, which I think is really good. They look fun, really interesting. As I mentioned previously, how the design is on the site, that you can do this effect. It's really cool. Yeah, I really like the card section. This is also very clear. Yeah, I like the division of the areas. We have area 1, we have area 2, area 3, area 4, and they all feel separate, but like they belong on the same page. Yeah, I think that really works well. Then we have the same type of footer. Let's see the outdoor creation. It's taking a moment, but yeah, it's all right. Let's see. I think I think that here no animation is happening, and I think it's for the front page. It's like an interesting accent, but here I think it's good that we only have it here, the animation, and the title text is more like static and just something to read without the accent of the animation. Because on the site, we do have a lot of little places where this is animated or the cards are moving, so we don't have to have the special effects everywhere. And I think that now they are at the right time and the right place. Yeah. Yeah, we have our intro area, links. second area, and cards. Okay, here we have buttons. Yeah, here we have buttons, and I understand this card because you can't really. I mean, you could have 5, but it's a bit of an awkward setup then. And since you had 6 on the other page, then it reflects the same design principle. So I think then here all is all right, even if this card is technically like different. I think this now it feels like it goes with the design. I think it's the same as it was before. Browse block, yeah, but previously I in some way felt like it wasn't entirely working. Maybe that now that I saw the other cards and these cards, I feel like it belongs on the site and it feels cohesive on each page. Yeah, so I don't mind that, let's say this card is different than these. Yeah, I think it's just this, now it's like a site style, and this is the style that we have, and I understand it. Let's see, a little area, newsletter, and then bottom. Yeah, I think that now that also the division of information is a lot more clear. It's just everything is cohesive and cohesive separated areas without too much or too many different types of things. I think that is really, really changed. Okay. Yeah, I like the static titles. Definitely just feel modern, clean, and clear. There's nothing too much or too little about these titles. It's really nice. I think it's a good picture. The mood is really kind of like nice here. The text, regular text, and what is the exact speaking? Oh, in I speaking. Okay, so it's linked out keynote. Oh, yeah, I think it's fine. In my head I didn't connect it right away, but I get it. All that is relates to each other. The titles and the keywords for keynote presentation and speaking. Yeah, and I'm now thinking if this could say presentations, but I don't think so, because here it goes around how coaching, speaking, and recreation. That's a little bit different, but it belongs here, so I think it's all right. Okay, right. Coaching one. Oh, coaching workshop. Yeah, I really like this. Really simple and like straight to the point. Find your north and go coaching workshop. Yeah, what to expect, and then we have points. I like them before as well. I assume this will be. Oh no, it changed. I guess it was just the internet thing. So start. And then yeah, there's not here. Maybe it feels like maybe it could be a little bit more like a. Let's see. Let's go back for one moment to speaking. Speaking has this, and then a little bit of a bubble of text here and here. I understand that maybe in coaching workshop there's not as much like a paragraph to add, but maybe just one a little bit about, because here it's very clear about the steps, but now it feels maybe that we want just a tiny bit more of text, since here we had, now everything is more concise, but it had exact this perfect amount of text to read in coaching and speaking and other creation, that gives you this little bit of an intro, and now I feel like I'm missing that little bit of like a paragraph at the top, or the little yellow style animation. But then again, I'm not saying it's wrong to not have it here, but now after this visit, I almost thought that, oh, there should be a little paragraph of text that talks more about this page specifically, coaching workshop. So yeah, there's something to think about. This is, again, not really like right or wrong. That was a feeling that I was having as I was looking and thinking, what am I thinking about? And it's that little paragraph like we have here in these pages. Day and weekend activities. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there is an image. Yeah, I was gonna say that there's an image here, but there's both. So that's good. Yeah, I think this is clear on these two areas. And then moving on, we have personal quote, trace, paragraph, newsletter, and the bottom. Yeah, this is all good for now. I'm not clicking on these links. I'll try to go through the rest of the pages and see if I have time to revisit more. So I'm doing the main ones for now. It's interesting. Yeah, I like this top part. I like that there's this little supporting information, this little note, kind of like in usually the books that we read in school that are for learning, and they have this big paragraph, but on the side they have these little excerpts of fun information. I like that you have this feeling here. You have the title and the thing to read, but also this little interesting little moment that we're learning something new, and it's really quick and it stands out. So I like the setup here. Okay. I understand the images are taking a moment, so that's alright. I'm not focusing on that. And like this card area. Yeah, I think this is a very good addition. Yeah, I feel like there was something similar but different somewhere on the other pages, but now it feels like a specific thing where I'm participating, I'm reading, and clicking and understanding, and there's not a lot of confusion or a lot of too much movement, and the card is nice and big, there's space. I think that this is good for this page. Yeah, like that. This is also clear. Oh, there's going to be a lot too. I'm just clicking on some to just see how they respond. That's clear. Text. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I haven't seen much FAQs kind of like in a card type of way. So now I'm thinking about, do I like it? Do I not like it? Was it easy to just right away know that I'm in the FAQ section? Most of the questions I can answer with yes. Yeah, I think that it's actually good that we can right away see the answer without clicking on each. I think for this section, because it's also not an extreme amount of questions, then these cards feel just like a little part of the site, and we can read even without clicking, and if we want to continue we can easily check out more. So yeah, actually yeah, I think I like this section. Maybe once if there's like 20 different questions, then to overview the different types of questions, then I would suggest to do like a similar, like here when you have like a list and each question will be da, and you click on it to reveal the answer, but only after you have way too many. And then I think it would get a bit hard to click through the cards and find the question. But right now, that's what I'm saying, I think right now this is a good way to go. But if there's too many questions, then I would go the list way, click and reveal, and then information. Okay, about vanilla. I really like the clarity now with the titles. Vision, services, core beliefs. We have clickable areas. Yeah, since here there's also more text, I think having clickable area works. I think this is all good. Video. In the bottom part, yeah, I like this page. It's very, very clear. My experience. I like this. And we have all the details. Nice quote. Yeah, this is clear as well. Then it's the story. We can read more. Yeah. Yeah, in the personal section with photos and more personal items. Yeah, I think that it's working out well. And what's more? I'm taking a moment to think about a little bit how this page activities, exhibition. I'm having a thought, just like a thing where I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking there's like these two pages about finding north and what's north. So I'm it feels so the feelings here is more about the page and the business and all of that type of information, and what's north is more about, it's more about the symbolism, I understand, and just what it means for a person, and it's more personal, just, yeah, it's I understand it's a different, because at first I was thinking that this was also just about kind of like similar to this page, but I see that there's difference. So now my question would be, I come here for the first time and I see the title here, Finding North, and I go to About. Yeah, the first thought is that maybe this is also what's north, kind of like what is this, let's say, business. Maybe I'm thinking just now I'm going back to the wording. Without Finding North is really clear, but when it's what's north, it feels like it wants to be something like this page, but it's not. So, and there's not really a way to insert in here that this page is more about yourself, your symbolic goals and feelings and things you would want to do, and you want success. It's, yeah, I'm thinking if there could be maybe a different title for this that doesn't confuse it only in the menu with this page. Because for a moment when I was reading these, again, I was like when I was visiting the site for the first time today, I was wondering why are there two pages that are about the Finding North page, but there's technically only one, and the other one is a more, as I mentioned, symbolic or just a different type of page. So if it's a different type, perhaps it should be, not should, but could have a name, a different type of name. Maybe I like something about like success. I would go through this page to find some keywords that feel really strong. Maybe I see twice planning for success, and it was just now exhibition planning for success. I feel like I see the word success a lot. Maybe here could be something about planning your success or something that is more, yeah, just represents this page more clearly. And maybe overthinking this a bit, but I think it's good to dig as deep as possible and then take anything, maybe something of it gives you any inspirational idea. Because for me, as I'm visiting, I'm trying to understand how to make it as clear as possible, even though it is clear, but then since I've been questioning it, then there's a little bit of doubt. So, because I thought that this page is also about Finding North, but it's a little bit different. It's about exhibition and objectives. Yeah, planning again, and planning success. Yeah, there's some keywords that represent this page a lot more, even though here we have your North, your life. It's almost, it feels like it could be a slogan, like a subtitle for Finding North, your North, your life. Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, that's why I'm stuck here for a moment and just thinking how to make it even more clear what is this page about. But again, it's not wrong, but it's something I would keep thinking about. I think if it was my page, and I would sit and like rethink, and does it make all the sense in the world? What is someone who's never been here going to think in the first moments? Okay, so yeah, I spent a lot of time on here, but that's alright. Let's check out the blog again. The blog, I remember, is already all good. Pictures and all that. Contact page. Let's see. Very clear and to the point. Let's see, newsletter. Okay, I think I like this little note here, very interesting. I think I missed it previously. Yeah, I like the animation. Here there's not much more that we need. Yes. Okay, the pages added as they come. Mountain guides. I feel like this page wasn't here before. I really like it. Maybe, yeah, I remember previously there was just a lot of pages, a lot of buttons, a lot of information. So maybe I missed where, or yeah, if it was somewhere else. But I really like this on the mountain guide, and then you have all these like lists of the mountains. I think it's really interesting. Yeah, I like this area. Now I'm thinking, this should be at the bottom because we are looking at the list first. But now I'm thinking, I almost wanted, if I click on Hand Mountain Guide and I have this section, could there be another button that I could already choose? Maybe there's like a button that can I can click and it sends me right away to this form, kind of like scrolls me down in case I've arrived. Because at first I thought that while I'm saying this, it says find a mountain guide, and then we have a list of mountains, and for a moment I thought that there would be right away like a list next to it, or buttons to these specific guides, like this mountain does this person does it, and this mountain this person does it. So at first I thought, oh, maybe it's just a list of mountains at first, because technically it is right now a list. So it takes a moment to get to the part where, oh, I can fill in my information and mark. So could there be a tiny note or way to hint that there will be this option to get any names or fill in a form? Because it does start off very, very like lists. So I was thinking, could it be a bit more interactive already in the beginning? Since also here also says right away we trusted mountain guides, and the first thing I'm thinking is I don't see the guides or the names, but I understand that now. And here that it will be messaged, like it will be emailed me once I like choose my option. So I think maybe a little bit of hint about the upcoming sign up, or that could be some sort of, or the button could be just like choose your guide, or like I click on it and then I come right away to this area. So it gives me a hint that, oh, I can choose it right here. But after like the second or third one, my thought was like, I guess there's no mountain guides listed, and it's more about the mountains. So yeah, that would be a note about it I could think of. Yeah. So yeah, I think I went through all of the links. I'm gonna try and click on a couple of these. Try next. Workshop. It goes to the pages that we want. Let's click a little bit. Oh, contact goes to contact. Yeah, and I can click what I need. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I think this contact page with possibility to click languages and interest is a good way. I really like actually that on these buttons where we click on that they all lead to technically the same contact page, and it makes it easy that we can just click it here and there's not a whole bunch of different contact forms on each other page, on each page. So I think that, yeah, I'm kind of liking this idea, because at first I thought, oh, the same contact page, but then when you add this element, then it's exactly how it should be. Yeah, I wonder if I see that there's no window for writing a message. I understand that it could be that you just collect an email and send them information depending on what they click. So this is up to you, but you also could add the message area where someone can write. Maybe they have a little bit of special request. Like for me, let's say if I was emailing and traveling, I would want to know if there's any accessibility related things when I want to join an outdoor activity retreat, because I have to use a wheelchair. So I would want to note that I would want to join, but there's a situation, and is there any information that you can provide me about my situation as well? Is there any details? So there might be people who want to click on an option and they want to add, oh, but I also have so-and-so situation. So maybe they need a little bit of a tailored response, but if they just click on this, you wouldn't really know that there's like a special note that they would want to add when they send you this email. So it would even also already save some time for the back and forth if they can right away mention there's a special need or request or special question additionally to the little area where I can tick the check marks. So yeah, I think maybe adding an additional write or type in your message here would be very good. Yeah. Okay, I think I've revisited the whole site, and I think it looks a lot more cohesive and to the point. I don't feel like I need to go around everywhere and reconnect where was I and what I was doing. After going through these pages, everything is clear. Maybe it's also a bit because I explored it so much last time, but trying to look at with a perspective of a fresh eye, I'm seeing everything listed properly and clearly, and each page has all the information and lands on other pages, like after clicking a button, as they should. They're not too many or like confusing button situations. So I really like the new arrangements. I'm glad that everything can be seen just by glancing at first, and I already know what I need to be looking out for. So yeah, I think you've done a really great job. And yeah, you will adjust the image loading speeds, and then I think you're pretty much, if not done, then 99% done. So yeah, thank you for ordering again, and I wish you luck with your site.